What's up everyone? Welcome back to another workout with me, David, on behalf of Trinity Sport. So we're indoors today. We're going to do a core strength workout. So everything we're going to do over the next few minutes is going to be focused around this midsection. So not just abs, we're going to do abs, we're going to do obliques, we're going to do lower back, we're going to get a little bit of glutes as well. All you will need is some space. So this can be indoors, outdoors, can be in on your balcony, out your back garden, anywhere. Just all you need is a little bit of space, and if you have a mat, that would be ideal. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with a few really easy mobility exercises, things just to kind of loosen up the areas and the muscles that we're going to be targeting in a few minutes time. Then we're going to start with a block of somewhat easier exercises, make it a little bit harder, and then we're going to finish on a kind of a challenge. So hopefully we'll just be here for a few minutes and you'll have a nice fatigue midsection by the end of it. Okay, so to begin with, we're going to start with our mobility. So I want you to just stay kneeling on your mat. Just drop down into this position here, and we're just going to loosen up our spine. So basically all we're going to do is we're going to tuck the chin and tuck the hips, like so. Then we're going to arch everything. So you're going to take that head all the way up to the ceiling, and you'll see my hips went up as well. So you're going from a curve all the way into an arch, trying to really lengthen the spine in this position, and then really shorten the spine in this position. So let's go for two more. Really lengthen the spine here, everything from your tailbone up to your head. Really shorten the spine, tucking the hips, tucking the chin. Last one. Take your time with it. Try to get as much range as you can. Arch one last time. And bring it back to neutral. Nice straight back. Okay, from there, two hands out in front. All I want you to do is hinge back from the hips. Try sit on your calf muscles or down close to the floor. Head down, two hands out in front, nice and straight. You can even claw a little bit back on the mat if you want to add a little bit more of a stretch just in here. Nice stretch right through the spine. And back up to that position. Last exercise, just to loosen up. We're going to do a bit of rotation work later on. So we're going to need to warm up our bodies in a rotation kind of pattern. So you're stemming from this same kind of foundation principle position here. Pop one hand on the back of your head. Take your elbow to elbow. And then nice rotation all the way around. Okay, so elbow touches elbow, and then rotate all the way around. As you get looser, and as your body starts to warm and the blood starts to flow, you can try to get a little bit further. Just don't change what your two knees are doing or what the other hand is doing. So the 3 points on the floor, they stay fixed, and you're just trying to experiment with how far around you can take that. So what we're doing here is we're really loosening up the chest, the hips, the ribs, and the spine. Okay, and then obviously pop that hand down and do whatever side you haven't done. Elbow to elbow. Nice twist all the way around. Start small again. And as you loosen up, start experimenting. See how far around you can take it. Okay, a really good way to loosen up the spine and the midsection for the challenges that are to come. Okay, give me one more. Take your time with it. And relax. And then once more, two hands on the ground. Hinge back from the hips, from the knees. Head down towards the mat. Really lengthen those arms out in front. Bit of a clawing movement or a clawing position in the hands. Get a nice stretch starting up here in the armpit, right down into the ribs. And release. Okay, so to begin with, we're going to start lying on our mats, on our backs. I want your 2 feet planted just like so. Everything from your head to your tailbone is flat on the mat. What we're going to do is we're going to take our two hands, place them on our thighs, and we're going to do a crunch, okay? So the hands are more of a visual guide for you to let you know how far up to go. So to give you an idea of what we're going to do, just watch me. You're going to take a deep breath in, then you're going to exhale, pull the shoulders and some of your upper back up off the floor, and then back down, okay? Inhale, exhale as you come up, and then inhale on the way back down. So that's the idea. It's quite a localized exercise. You're just really focusing on these upper abdominals. And the hands are just a visual guide, so if they start here, try to get them to around the knee or just to the top of the knee. But what we're really trying to do is lift the shoulders up. Okay, so let's start that now. We're going to go for 20 seconds, folks, okay? Nice and easy. 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in, and then exhale on that first rep, and back down, okay? You're not going to spend too long on the floor. Once you feel that mat underneath your head, try breathe out and do another rep, okay? So you're going to try spend as much of the 20 seconds in an active position somewhere along the sequence of that crunch exercise. Good job. 3 seconds left. 2 and 1. Okay, I want you to take your two hands, pop them out to the sides. raise your two legs up to this kind of 90-degree angle. And what we're going to do is we're going to do windscreen wipers. So let me show you two before we start off. So that's what it's going to look like. All the way out to one side, back into the middle, all the way out to the other side. Okay, I want you to join in with me now. We're going for 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off you go. All the way out to the sides. Keep the shoulders glued to the floor if you can. Then all the way out to the other side. So all this movement is happening from that midsection. There is a temptation there to let your arms do some of the work. I want you to try your best not to let the arms take over. Nearly there. Give me 4 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the two legs down. Don't have to change position. This last exercise stems from that same position we're already in. We're going to switch on our glutes. So your core isn't just your abs, like I said in the intro. The core is that whole area, 360 degrees, right around that midsection. So we're going to switch on a little bit of the lower back now, but glutes as well. So what I want you to do is take your two hands, pop them on your chest. Watch me just for the first few reps and I'll tell you when you can start. So, hands on the chest, you're going to push down through your heels to take the hips and a lot of your back up off the floor. Then you're going to bring it down to the floor. Don't fully commit, as in don't put all your weight back on the floor and push up again. Okay, so that's the movement, down and back up. And you'll notice my toes are off the floor. That really helps the glutes switch on. Okay, so 20 seconds, join in with me, off you go. Pushing all the way up till you can't anymore. Then lower it down. Once you feel that mat, push up again. So it's not fast. None of these exercises are fast. We're trying to keep constant movement. So you're never resting at the top or the bottom for too long. Trying to keep those muscles permanently switched on. Nearly there. Give me 5 more seconds. Keep that movement. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Okay? So you've just done 3 exercises. You've had your sit-ups, your windscreen wipers, and your glute press. Okay? We're going to do all 3 again. We're going to add 10 seconds to each one. So 30, 30, and 30. We're going to transition pretty quickly from one to another. So for the next 90 seconds, you're going to be moving, hopefully. Okay, so feet back to this position, hands on your thighs. We're going for 30 seconds, just crunching the shoulders and the upper back off the floor. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Remember to breathe out as you come up. Take your time. Anytime you feel those abs starting to fatigue a little bit, to the point where you can't keep them contracted, just stop. Rest down on the mat for a few seconds and go again when you feel ready to go again. So anytime your abs fatigue, usually it's just a matter of time before that pressure then swaps to the lower back. And we obviously don't want that. So you really have to listen to where you're feeling it. Listen to your body. And if I say it's the upper abs, you should really be feeling it there and nowhere else. 5 seconds. 4, 3, last one, 2, and 1. Okay, straight into it. 2 hands out to the sides. Your legs up to 90 degrees. And off we go. 30 seconds from now. All the way to the right. All the way to the left. Keep those shoulders glued to the floor. Bring it back to the center. And as close to the floor as you can get. So you might not touch the floor. That's okay. That's not necessarily the goal. The goal is as much movement as you can in the lower half. Especially changing direction from the abs. Okay, so it's the abs that are changing direction, not your arms. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return those feet to the mat. Heels are down, toes are up, hands are on your chest. We've got our glute presses. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Pressing up, full extension, lower it back down. As soon as you feel that mat, the hips are going up again. Let's do it, folks. So ideally, I'm doing a lot of talking, but ideally you'd be breathing out on the way up and then inhaling on the way down. So like this, inhale, like so. That's just a good rhythm for you to be in with a lot of these exercises. So I'll try to remind you of the breathing and how it can sync up with each exercise. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Let that body just recover for a few seconds. Like I said before, we're trying to keep the quality here. Anytime you start to really fatigue in the midsection, you're just going to feel it in your lower back. So it's important to take the breaks when they're given to you. Okay, first your exercise is done. We're going to move on to some hip work, oblique work. So I'm going to need you to come up onto your side. We're going to have our elbow and our forearm like so. And you can have your feet stacked. If you're in runners or some sort of footwear, that can be easier said than done. Some people, when they're in their socks, they find this position quite hard with the feet. So if you want, you could do something like this, where your both feet are in contact with the floor and you're going toe to heel. Okay, but ideally 2 feet are stacked. We're going to get up into a side plank position, so don't do it just yet. I'll show you what's coming. You're going to get into this position here, okay? Then you're going to take a few seconds to go down close to the floor and back up. So you're going back into that side plank. So you're like knocking yourself out of alignment and then finding alignment again. Okay, so that's the movement. It's all happening down here in the hips and the obliques. You get a little bit of glutes as well. So we're going to start with that one. So get into position now. We're going for 20 seconds on one side and then we'll roll over and do the other side. 3, 2, 1, up we go. 20 seconds, hips go down towards the floor. They don't have to touch, just get them close and back up. You're also getting a pretty good shoulder workout here. Just keep the head and neck in neutral, whatever feels natural to you. There's no rush here whatsoever. So just take your time. Few inches down, few inches back up. You should feel that bottom hip really switching on now. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Pivot around. Obviously, we're doing the opposite side. Take a second to get your setup. Elbow, forearm, palm all flat on the ground. 2 feet stacked or whatever position you find more comfortable. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Up you go. Okay. Few inches down and back up. Returning to that perfect straight line right down through the body. Okay. Now take your time. Explore how much range you have. One side may feel a little bit stronger than the other. Okay. So most people have some imbalances from left to right. Okay. Keep going with that. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, back down. So we're sticking with that theme of obliques for this section. So I'm going to need you to come face down onto your mat. You're going to have your elbows and forearms down into a normal plank position. But once we're set up and in that plank position, we're going to bring knees up on the sides. So try to do this on your forearms. It'll force you to use your obliques a bit more when the leg comes up. If you're really struggling, I'll show you a version you can come up onto your hands. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. You're going to be in your plank. Wait till you feel solid. Once you're happy enough with that, the knees are coming up on the outside like so. Really switching on the obliques. Okay, if that's too hard, if you're not quite flexible to get the knee up when you're this low to the floor, pop up into this position and it gives you a little bit more room to do it. Okay, but the goal is to try and get the knees up on the sides to switch on the obliques. Alright, so elbows down. Try that one first, and if you can't, then pop up onto the hands. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds into your plank. Nice and solid. Abs really switched on. Just keep the air flowing. This is a hard one to sync your breathing with. So just keep those deep breaths in and out. Trying to get that knee up outside the body as if you're going to touch your elbow. Hey, if you're flexible enough, touch your elbow with your knee. I can't do it. Nearly there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop down, knees back. Take a few seconds. One more exercise in that block. And it's again focusing on the obliques. So, we're going to be on our back. Lying flat. 2 hands down. And I just want to see your fingertips. Just like so. So that's some support, but you're not going to overuse the hands. I don't want the hands tucked underneath your bum. So just to the sides of your hips. Fingertips down. What we're going to do is we're going to crunch the legs up in a straight fashion. And then just as they get to the top where your tailbone is nearly coming off the floor, you're going to tweak them a little bit. So this is what it looks like. They come up, tweak, back down. Okay? Up, tweak, and back down. Obviously every second rep, you're swapping sides. So they come up straight. When they're about 80% of the way, twist it to the left, bring them back down straight, up 80% of the way, tweak them to the right, and back down. Okay? Let's go with that for 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Up. Little tweak at the end. Your hands are your stabilizers, so they can kind of keep you in position. Okay, but the actual strength and the movement is coming from down here. Okay? Stick with that, folks. Take your time. It is a tough exercise. Getting that little tweak at the end. Take breaks if you need to. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, okay? So there's 3 exercises. I know it seems like 4 because we have to do both sides on the sideline, but that was 3 exercises all for the hips. We're going to start again. Do one more round. So, stay with me. Elbows here. On your side, choose a side. You're going to start with that one. 2 feet stacked. We're going for 20 seconds of dips. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hips go down to the floor and back up. So, way less rest. I'm going to do less explaining in between. So, the second we're finished, one batch of 20 seconds, we're going straight into that other side. Here we go. So, you're getting a little bit of a heart rate increase here as well because you're getting less rest in between the exercises. 5 seconds, you're going to roll over and do the opposite side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a few seconds, get into position. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Up you go. 20 seconds on the other side. Down a few inches, back up a few inches. Really focusing on making a connection with the hip that's closest to the floor. Okay? Don't worry about speed, it's not about banging out 30 reps, okay? It's more about doing really good quality movements, using as much of your oblique as you can. 3, 2, and 1. You're on your front. Elbows down, hands down, and the knees are coming up on the sides. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Into plank. Knees coming up on the sides. Let's do it, folks. As close to that elbow as you can. Abs really switched on. Squeezing the glutes as well. Trying to keep as much pressure off that lower back. Nearly there, nearly there. 5 seconds, we're going to be on our backs for those leg raises. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last exercise in this block. On your back, 2 hands down, just fingertips. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. They come up when they're nearly at the top, throwing that little change of direction. Again, try breathe out as those legs come up. Like so. And you can inhale as they go back down to the floor. Nearly there, nearly there. Get a few more in if you can. 5, 4, nearly rest time. 3, 2, and 1. Drop the legs, take a break. If you want, maybe just straighten out the body completely. So point your toes, point your 2 hands up, as if you're being pulled apart by 2 different people. Really lengthen the body. Whew, anyone else's heart rate up? Mine is. Okay, so hopefully what you're feeling there, okay? Probably some of the tension from the first set, which was all front and back, is gone by now, but you should be feeling those obliques, maybe the outside of your glutes as well. And like I said, if you didn't take much rest in between exercises, heart rate will be up. We've one more thing to do, okay? I'm going to give you a quick challenge. You have 3 exercises to do, very, very similar to each other. They all come from a similar position. You're going to go 20 seconds, straight into 20 seconds, straight into 20 seconds. So the goal for you is to do 1 minute of this before you get your break. Then we're going to take a quick recovery and go again. So just 2 rounds of 1 minute. Now, if you drop down, if you need a break, that's not you out of the game. Stop, take your rest, and join back in whenever you can. So, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to be slightly tilted back. We're sitting right up on our bum. All of our back is off the ground. Heels are just hovering off the ground, like so. Once I say go, we're going to start tapping the inside of the opposite foot. So my left arm goes to my right foot, my right arm goes to my left foot. This is the movement. Okay, 20 seconds of that. Then, without putting my feet back on the floor, you lie back. Give me 20 seconds of bicycle crunches where the elbow goes diagonally across the body. Okay, after 20 seconds of those, guess what? The legs don't go back down. You go straight back up. Same position. You're going to do something slightly different with your hands though. Twist, tap all 10 fingers off either side. Now it's a super light tap. I don't want you leaning and pushing. Okay, this is all real solid. You're just tapping. And that'll be your last 20 seconds. Okay, so 20, 20, 20. You try as much of that as possible. Or sorry, spend as much of that minute as possible with your legs off the ground. Alrighty, here we go. I'm probably going to go real quiet by the end of this minute. 3, 2, 1. You're tilted back. You're reaching for the inside of the opposite foot. You should be going now. Now because you're slightly tilted back, abs are switched on. That means they're taking the pressure, not your lower back. That's it. So slight inward twist. Your legs aren't doing it all. You are twisting to meet that foot halfway. 4 seconds, you're lying on the back. 3, 2, no legs on the ground, straight into bicycle crunches. Let's go, folks. You are twisting. The leg you're not reaching for should be fully straight. Twist, twist, twist. Should feel that force going diagonally across your midsection. Nearly there. 5 seconds, we're back up. It's getting hard to talk now. 3, 2, 1. Back up, find your center. Twist and tap all 10 fingers, either side. Slow and controlled. Nearly there, folks, nearly there. 10 seconds. You should be feeling something down here, unless you're an absolute machine. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Take a breather. We're going to do that a second time and then we're finished. Okay, right now I just want you to find a position that's super comfortable. For me, I like having my feet planted, so this is me completely switched off. Abs are no tension whatsoever on my abs. And I'm deep breathing, okay? It's hard to talk the whole way through that, just so you know, okay? So, what we're going to do is take another 15 seconds, deep breaths, relax those abs, no tension there whatsoever. And then we're going to do that same challenge again. Once you've done that challenge, 1 more minute of exercise, we're finished. We'll just get a super quick stretch. Okay, so we're nearly there, folks, nearly there. That's about 15 seconds, wasn't it? Alrighty, so you remember your starting position. You're nice and tall, and you're doing your twists for the opposite foot. Last minute, we got this, folks. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now, just because I've put time on it and called it a challenge, doesn't mean you have to race through it at lightning speed, okay? So just a nice smooth movement like this. You get a much better connection with the midsection if you're doing it slow and controlled anyway. So if you ever see someone doing ab exercises really fast, most of that movement isn't even happening from the abs. 3, 2, 1, lie down, legs stay off the floor. You are twisting, you're reaching for the opposite knee. Twist, twist, one shoulder leaves the ground each time. Past halfway, you've less than 30 seconds to go. Here we go, get ready to change. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up, all 10 fingers. Twist and tap. Keep those abs locked tight, deep breaths in and out. Try keep the legs off the ground, 10 seconds. Stay with me. We're all in this together, folks. Come on, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Feel that tension go whoosh away from that midsection. Take a second, few deep breaths. We are going to do maybe 2 or 3 stretches, but just take a moment now. If you're like me, your heart rate's up. That wasn't even meant to be a cardio class. Kind of felt like it towards the end, but hopefully at least a lot of the tension and the muscular fatigue is local to this area. Okay, so we targeted front, sides, and a little bit of our glutes and our lower back as well. Okay, so for a stretch, what I want you to do is come onto your front, 2 hands tucked in close to your chest as if you're about to do a press up. Okay, from here you're looking forward, take a deep breath in, and then as you push up, I want you to breathe out. So relax the abs completely. There should be no tension here whatsoever. You're completely relaxed, shoulders are down, and you're just keeping yourself up by straightening out your arms. All right, from there, hinge back, same stretch we did in the warm-up. Make your body nice and long, like so. Okay, and then last 2 stretches. Listen to what I say very carefully here, just so you're doing the right thing. I want your right leg forward. Okay, so don't worry about what's happening on screen. You put your right leg forward. You're then going to lean forward till you feel a stretch just at the top of your left hip. So don't lean forward as in with your upper body, just your whole body shifts forward. Get this nice stretch here at the top of your left leg. Okay, and once you have that stretch, take your left arm and reach it over the top. So right now your right leg should be out in front, and you're reaching over the top with your left arm towards the right wall. Hopefully you're doing the same thing as me. And release. Okay, and then obviously we're doing the opposite side. So your left leg is now out in front. Left leg, hinge forward, get that stretch at the top of your right leg this time. Once you have that stretch, take your right arm, reach it towards the left wall. There you go, feel this nice stretch. It starts up here in the armpit, goes right down into the ribs, down through the abs, into the obliques, then into the hip flex. A really nice full body stretch, or full midsection stretch. And release. Okay, couple of twists. Get rid of any tension that you have left, and sit down and relax. Look, really, really good work, everyone. That wasn't easy. I've broken a sweat here. Hopefully you found it tough. Obviously, like usual, if you found it a little bit on the easy side, you know what to do. Press restart right now on that video and turn it into a double workout. For everyone who joined us, give TCD a quick tag. If you're putting it up on Instagram or Facebook or anything, let us know how you found it. Even if it's privately, send us a message, let us know what you think. This is me, David, signing off as usual, so I'll see you again next week. Thanks.